This is just Bob Bowman, and I'm coming at you with another video. And I know this isn't the usual setting that I do and I have set up, but I had something that I had to get off my chest, and I don't have my introduction that I usually do, but this is something that I want to get off my chest. And it's me coming into realization that the message that I have been putting out for the past 2 years, well, it's not haven't been 2 years, about a year and a half. The message that I've been putting out for a year and a half is seen as dangerous. And it's not dangerous because I'm a threat to hurt or harm anybody, but it's dangerous because I'm waking certain people up that shouldn't have been woken up. I'm waking certain people up to understand that they have more power over their lives than what they have been told for so many years. And if this catches on, it's going to hurt the economy, and they don't want that. So they try to suppress this message that I've been putting out here. And it's not just me. I see examples of this from many YouTubers out there. And there's one guy that I actually support, and I'm a member of his channel. His name is Black Ram 313. And I made this video specifically for him because I understand where he's coming from. And let me give an example. Like, I had made a post about the last video that I did, and I put that post on TikTok. And in the first 2 days, I had over 2,000 hits on what I posted to let people know about that video. And it was picking up steam. However, I noticed that on the third day, it only had 12 views after that. So that lets me know that the message that I've been putting out here is being suppressed on purpose. And they don't want people like me to get their message out. They don't want people like me to keep other people informed about what's going on. They don't want people like me to have the voice that I could have. Now, I look at my life, and I'm taking an honest assessment of my life. Like, when I was growing up, I grew up in poverty. I grew up in the inner city of Chicago. I used to get bullied and picked on a lot. And then around fourth grade, I started fighting back. I won some, I lost some. Nobody remembers the fights that I won. They only remember the fights that I lost. They only remember me getting capped on and roasted. Not any of the funny jokes that I said back, because it goes against the narrative. I had to go through getting humiliated and beat down within my family in ways that I'm not even going to get into this. But I know that when I was growing up, I was being prepared to be that beta provider. And I did everything I could to fight against that. I made mistakes along the way, and I can admit that. And I take accountability for my mistakes. But I did everything that I could to repair those mistakes. And I did everything I could to help other people out. And because I didn't go along with the program, I was seen as an enemy and isolated and ostracized. And I take accountability for that because, hey, that's the name of the game. Either you get played on or you become a player. And I had to understand that my road is going to be different from the conventional road that's taken. Because in this society, it's based off a two-party system, and it's based off of things being the twos. Either you're this or you're that. There's no middle ground. And when you stand up against where you were placed at in society and you try to carve your own road, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have a lot of obstacles. You're going to have a lot of challenges. You're going to face a lot of backlash. You know, like one thing that I saw that disturbed me was that even though I'm not trying to holler at anybody, even though I'm not in anybody's face, not trying to date, and I'm just trying to be cordial, even when I do those things, I still get disrespected. And then on top of that, there are people who I supported when they were going through their tough times. But then when they see me have an opinion that's different from the overall opinion of most people on certain topics, they disrespect me. Instead of being able to agree to disagree in a respectful manner, they want to join in with the mocking and the disrespecting. And this is what's going on in society. And I know that life isn't fair. I know that there's going to be challenges. And I know things in my life are about to change very soon. And I got to get prepared for that. And it's going to cause me more stress. And I have to deal with a lot more things in the near future. With that being said, I understand what's going on. And I understand that there are individuals that's waiting to see me fall. They're waiting to see me give up. They're waiting to see me fold under the pressures of being ostracized and ignored and suppressed. But I made a decision a long time ago that I wasn't going to let that stop me, that I was going to still continue to do my thing, and I was still going to go on this road, this path that I've created for myself. And it gets hard, it gets lonely. But at the same time, I knew that it wasn't going to be easy. Now, did I understand that I was going to have certain challenges that I'm facing currently? No, I didn't. But I understand that that's something that I have to deal with. And I understand that people have taken certain things that I've said and done in the past, and they used it against me, and they added their own little lies into it. They sprinkled the truth over a pile of shit to make me seem even worse than what I am as a person. And there's nothing that I can do about it. And I know that that happens to a lot of men. It happened to my father. Not saying that my father is perfect. He made mistakes, but I understand that he had to deal with people putting extra mess on him than what was already on him. And I'm a human being just like everybody else. I have feelings just like everybody else. And sometimes it's hard to deal with those emotions and feelings. And I have to acknowledge that within myself. But at the same time, I can't allow it to stop what it is that I'm doing. I can't allow it to stop my message. And maybe one day that message will reach to a lot of people. Maybe it won't. I know there's a lot of people that's having the same type of message that I have. And a lot of people just want to make it to the promised land. You know, but then I also understand that even though there's a lot of people that's shooting for that promised land, there's many that's not going to get there. And the promised land isn't a specific land. What I'm talking about, that promised land is what it is that they want to do in their life, and they're doing it how they want to do it in the way that they want to do it. That's the promised land that I'm talking about. And I've seen how some of these guys, they go overseas. Some of them lose their lives. Some of them get robbed or drugged or whatever, kidnapped. And they don't make it to the promised land. But then there are some men that are bold enough, even though that there's risk involved, they make it. My goal is to make it. Am I going to put out my full plan to make it? No. But just know that I plan on making it. And even if I fail at making it, I'm still going to work that plan to the best of my ability to try to make it. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying from the beginning. And I know that there's individuals that hate the fact that they couldn't control me the way that they wanted to control me. And I'm trying to help out other men that's in the same situation as me to take control of their own lives, and they don't like it. Especially if you're a black man, you supposed to be oppressed. You supposed to be put down. You supposed to be beaten down. And I'm saying you don't have to deal with it. I'm saying you don't have to take the scraps that was given to you if you don't want to take it. You have to build yourself up to get your own. You don't have to sacrifice yourself for a community that's shown you disrespect ever since you were little. You don't have to do that. I'm not doing it. And since I don't want to do it, since I'm not doing it, I'm seen as an enemy. And I understand how they feel on their side, because they like, oh, we need men to sacrifice themselves to keep this thing going. But at the same time, you showing no love, no support, no respect to those men when they do it. And there are men right now like me that's saying enough is enough. We're not going to take this disrespect. We're not going to tolerate being treated like that. We're going to do what it is that we need to do to better ourselves for ourselves, regardless of who likes it or not. And I have to see some people sometimes. I have to see some people on my everyday walk. And sometimes I see people that I've known or knew that don't want anything to do with me because of the stance that I took for my personal life. And they chose to believe all the negative and nasty things that were said about me. But still, regardless of that, I'm going to do what it is that I need to do to make my life better. So to the men like Black Ram 313, I want to say, keep your head up. Keep working on your goal. I support you. Hopefully you support me. Hopefully we'll see each other on the other side. But with that being said, this is just Bob Bowman. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.